What, manga fans, I'm back with one last video. A little late. I could have done this tomorrow or later. No, wait. Could have, but yeah. Need to get it done now. So I'm viewing JuJutsu Kaisen's versus Mahito arc, which is basically the second. Basically now is the second story arc of the manga. I say now because initially fandom had it as a separate arc. And they initially had the whole Yuji coming back. The first arc initially ended after Yuji's death. Yuji's death. But the writers has now expanded to cover the entirety of it. Up to chapter 18. Well, I was initially up to chapter 8. So, yeah. Hey, the next arc should be review library to review. Not the hidden inventory arc, but Shibuya arc is gonna be the long. Jesus Christ is the longest story arc. Like it was adapted to 18 episodes, so it's gotta be long. And it's gonna take me some time to read through. We got the Con Game arc coming out, so you might read that arc when part 1 ends. So, it's been a while since my last Jujutsu Kaisen review. I should have checked when the last one was. But yeah. It's been quite a bit. Alright. If you want to know my thoughts on the series, you can go check my reviews on the anime. I reviewed the first season and the movie. And I reviewed all episodes of season 2, episode throughout its airing. My both players arcs. Now this is a notable arc due to it debuting another character who becomes important in the Shibuya arc. But let's keep down the download. Again, you can check out my reviews on the series on my anime channel. So, narration. Actually, that could work. I was doing a collaboration video on my other channel. There's a lot of things going on now for collabs. 2 channels combined. This is now displaying the 2 channels together as a collab. So I could work to tie into views. Tie into reviews and stuff. Like, favorite channels. Listen. I can link it to my Super Master channel for reviews of the Star Wars films. Get me? I should try that when I can. Alright. Let's get into the versus Mahito arc. So, the arc opens up with an introduction of a young boy, a teenage high schooler, and will spot a cursed spirit. The young boy's name is Junpei Yoshino. He ends up befriending the cursed spirit known as Mahito. He ends up the deity that Mahito calls, and one of the Jesus sorcerers. Yuji, parent of a sorcerer named Kento Nanami. I've been tasked to investigate. I mean, that's the great. Us. So Yuji, Nami doesn't really show is more calm and composed type character. And just about you don't know in the anime she has the same BA as Kendo of sorry, let me say that. He shares the same BA as Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. No, not extra. I'm talking about the Japanese BA. Boku no Turn. Draw. Ranks of Summon. Blue Eyes and White to Dragon. I actually saw some Blue Eyes White Dragon plushies in HMA. No joke. It's cute. Oh, I should really buy one actually because it's cute. I was waiting to see that about Blue Eyes White Dragon. So yeah, a lot of the voice actors. No, never mind. I was gonna say something about the voice actors, but I just blocked it. Anyway. Okay, two of us get appear to come across some weird cursed spirits. Let's go. Sorry. We get also get a flashback of when Nami was introduced to Yuji. It was a comedic moment. And since some parts of this arc were expanded upon in the anime, I don't know, it's been a while. I quite frankly was confused, guys. That's why I just plan to just rewatch the show dubbed. So I can be more, so I can tell what was changed from the manga. Anyway, it was a comedic introduction, and that flashback is comedic. Goto's barely in this arc. Yeah, the character's barely around in this story arc, so we won't see him again for until following arc. Basically, because he had another mission, he had somewhere to be, or had another mission. But it seems I could see the guess where what that was, wasn't it? I don't know. Hey, look now. Two can't make us spirits. Nami shows his technique. It's really cool. I think it's gotta get angles. I don't know. Let me see that Yuji's good. Where Yuji pulls out his Kurseji, ends up causing a strong type of attack. So type of technique. So yeah, I don't know. Now discovers something about them. And we get a revelation from Shoko that these cursed spirits weren't regular cursed spirits. The humans were humans. So, yeah, transmagrified. We're just transforming spirits, and they were all basically already dead. They're just already dead. They cannot become back. Saying Yuji not to blame himself, but they'll still affect him. Especially later on in the story, not this arc, but later on in the manga. So it'll definitely affect him that still affect him for a while. So anyway. Seems that it seems that Mahito was already ended up in contact with Geto. By the way, some reason the dub pronounces it as Gato. How? Did they say why did they pronounce it as Gato? Like Suguru Gato. Sounds good, but there's no I in it. I'm just saying, if it was randomly pronounced Gato, it should put an I in it. But I think it's pronounced Ghetto. That's how the subs pronounce it. That's how they say it in Japanese. Ghetto-san? Not Ghetto-san? Just saying. That's my opinion, but it's a little weird thing the dub did. I wonder if that's only in season 2. Did they do this mistake in season 1? I get all yours when it's gone. Alright. Yuji ends up basing off. Right. Mahito is manipulating Junpei. It's real that Junpei is a bullied kid. The anime actually expands on these. In the anime, they actually expand on these bullying scenes. It's messed up. So, and no one can Junpei's aid. I'm real teachers. They just turn a blind eye. He's one dead. It's just wow. Shame really. And strangely reminds me of Yuta Okatsu. The protagonist in the original 4 chapter Zero story, the 4 chapters. Which is like basically the just being titled as an arc. Basically become its own separate arc prior to the main series. But it's something called Volume 0. I think that's why the movie's called Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Anyway, Yuji. Junpei's a suspect in the whole film, The Classmate. So Nami goes off somewhere. Goes off to go confront Mahito. Yuji and Ichichi go and see if Junpei is a curse spirit user. The special curse features that will be able to tell if he is one. It'll help them tell. Okay. That's going on when someone else shows up with Junpei, talking to Junpei. It turns out to be the teacher. You end up assuming that the bullies were his friends. And it's always Junpei was going to kill him then. Ended up being directed by Yuji, immediately by Boo. Of course, non-curse spirit users won't be able to see it. So, he wanted to talk to Junpei alone, but the teacher's a little upset about that. School and stuff. So Yuji ends up taking his pants off. Not taking the teacher's pants off, I mean. What else is big? Ends up running away with him because the teacher's chasing him. But Yuji loses him pretty quickly, actually. And Yuji ends up talking to Junpei. Junpei says he wasn't involved in what happened to his classmates. Yuji, spy on the answer. Well, the two end up bonding over their movies, City of Skill movies. And guess go just training came in handy. So yeah, the bottom with Junpei. I guess that's why he was able to see a weird movie in a specific one chapter. I don't know where that chapter is in the manga, or if it's even in the Shonen Jump app release. Because it could be included in the volumes as a special bonus chapter and stuff, but I think it was a smart move to adapt that before the Shibuya arc, as the start of the Shibuya arc. Ease us into the story Just give us a fun moment between the characters, or everything goes to hell. Oh, trust me. We'll talk about the hell that's gonna come when we get there. Anyway, Yuji. Right. Yuji ends up meeting Junpei's mother as well. She ends up inviting him over to we having a good time together. You really see if Yuji's really Yuji can easily form friendships because he's an extrovert and a good person. So, yeah. Yuji. So anyway, um, I mean, Nami ends up fighting Mahito. Mahito, he's able to reshape Soul called Idol Transfiguration. He will be able to reshape his own body, allowing him to heal. So it allows him to heal much quicker than regular classes. Since he's hasn't been around that long. Anyway, Mahito's a great villain, showing how much of a polar opposite he is to Yuji. Like the Joker to his Batman. So Ichijo, he gets a funny moment as he does not want to be held up as only scolded by Nanami. He's got by Gojo's woman who's irresponsible, but Nanami who was serious. Yeah, it's a funny moment. And he ended up learning out some bits when Nanami called him. So, yeah. It's funny. And after Yuji leaves, so. Also, Jinbei saw him out. His mother ends up buying one of Sukuna's fingers. And basically is attacked by a cursed spirit and killed. But how does Sukuna's finger get there? Mahito, obviously. Most likely he's the one who planted it there. Used manipulation and stuff. Bastard. So yeah. I pushes Jinbei over the edge. And as Mahito convinces him to go get revenge on those who bullied him. He does that. You know this. Not only told Yuji to stay, but abuses. So, he's like comparing Junpei. I'm doing that in combat. And while Yuji pulls a Naruto and does a Tokno Jutsu. Sorry. Couldn't resist that. Because it's pretty obviously Gege Akuton was influenced by Naruto with the free cell structure with a white head teacher. Of course, they're the original characters, but it's pretty obvious. Megami's a bit like Sasuke in a way, but their personalities are a little more different. They're both moody, but Sasuke is more dick. Megami is a good person. I mean, Sasuke is a good person. You get what I mean. I'm just trying to say is that. Megami, he does get annoyed by shenanigans, but still likes being their friend. And so it's just hard to explain the words. It's just hard to play the words. I'm so sorry. So Yuji. So yeah. Anyway, where was I? Hey, he's trying to convince Junpei to join Jutsu High, and then Mahito launches a sneak attack, and there's an idle transfiguration on Junpei. Basically, he's dead. Yuji tries to make a deal with Suguna, but Suguna just lost in his face. Yuji ends up being pissed off. He ends up their combat with Mahito. Now I'm going to join the fight too in a little bit. They're pretty good. Seems like Mahito's done for, but he has to learn a new technique, his own domain expansion. Also, Nami also had another person with him who doesn't have much of a role now, but does get a bit more expanded role in the Shibuya arc. So, let's put a pin in for now. So yeah, forcing Nami inside the domain where Yuji's on it. Yuji ends up punching repeatedly. Nami's backstory: he quit Jujutsu High 4 years back in. So, yeah, 2018 minus 4. 2014. He left Jujutsu High back in 2014. And never has not looked back since. But still sees players everywhere, knows him. He ends up helping a woman with spare problem and ends up joining him back in. Yes, he's on his mission now. And Yuji has to break in. It's a Sukuna in a way, because the domain is an extension of spiritual energy, and Yuji's in it. Basically, he calls it with Sukuna. So Sukuna ends up damaging him. Give him a warning the previous time that happened. So, yeah, Mahito's basically defeated, but he ends up escaping. Retreat. He ends up doing Sukuna, but he ends up wanting to kill Yuji. Use the kill cells. After what happened, Yuji still feels down. But Nami gives his own reassurance to him. Yuji, he gets new determination. And as the arc comes to an end. Gojo does appear at the end of the arc. He only has like 3 appearances in the arc. I think in flashbacks, really. First time was explaining why he wasn't on this mission. Second time is when he was explaining that Yuji about the curse technique. There's a bit he has. The bears write this scene. So, and that was the versus Mahito arc. A really good arc. And a great introduction to Mahito, a great villain. Yuji's brilliant enemy. And looking forward to when he's defeats him. So, if you want to read the manga, you can buy the physical copies. Or you can read it on Manga Plus and the Shonen Jump app. Officially. Take your pick. Or just watch the anime. But if you could just watch up to the current anime before the current game arc premieres. And see where the manga takes you after the first part ends. Alright, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please want to see more. Subscribe to the channel, update over the I'll see you guys next time for another video. Hopefully, it might be later. I don't know. Super Jump. Sorry. Super Jump out.